I'm from North Carolina. Welcome to the channel and welcome to Scarefest 2023.
1, 2, 3, boost!
Not the same when we're not together.
Yes, it is.
Everybody asks, where's Scout?
Okay, everybody listening at home, I have been literally doing shoots. And I promise you, I have not been canceling out on these.
No,
for
you're
not good reason.
No, you're not canceling.
I almost canceled this last movie in Thailand because Halloween 45 was happening. And I was like, fuck, I gotta go to that, but it's a role that I've wanted to play forever. It sucks, but
to be honest,
this is what I started this business.
This show's bigger than that, so we're glad you're here, Scout.
I'm here.
Jet lag. So I haven't been doing anything but traveling around for shows and doing the normal October stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Do you have any Never Have I Ever?
So everybody, we're gonna play some Never Have I Ever questions. All right? Does everybody feel comfortable? Yeah. We don't have the answers. All right. Has everybody played Never Have I Ever?
This could be dangerous for partners. You guys know this. This has happened where I've done a Never Have I Ever, and my friends, actually, it's one of the guys here. It's his ex-wife. One of the actors here, his ex-wife. We were actually in Colorado. And his ex-wife made some comment about one of my Never Have I Evers when I drank.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was very judgy.
Oh no.
Fuck her, they're divorced.
Oh.
That's why probably. Judgy. So there's no judgment here. You guys know, you listen to the show.
And if anybody wants to share a story that has a really, really good story, we'll have you guys come to the mic. But only if it's really good. And we got like a minute, all right, y'all?
Okay. We're just gonna do it fast.
Okay, raise your hand if you have, okay? Never have I ever sent a naughty picture. Everybody fucking land better be having that.
Really?
Oh, you dirty, dirty dog. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, never have I ever given a lap dance. Wow. What about you?
I've given a lap dance.
Okay. Never have I ever received a lap dance. Received one.
You guys listen to the episode from Scout's Bachelorette Party? Did you guys listen to that episode? Where we got pulled into the private room? Well, here's the thing. For those of you that don't know, I took her to a strip club. Because you're in Vegas and you need to go to a strip club. Even though we'd gone to Magic Mike.
I was so ready, Grandma was so ready to go to bed.
No.
We were going to Zion and actually doing nature shit.
I was like, I had a van roll up, kidnapped her.
Literally kidnapped
Molest her van style, took her to a
with
strip
With
club.
a dick on my forehead.
Yep.
one of those plastic penises. I was like, where are we going?
Took her to the strip club and she bought me a lap dance.
I did.
From a girl that I was going to buy her a lap dance from.
She seemed the safest. She's safe. So we're not one. She looked and she was smiling. She was the only one smiling.
She was very sweet. She was cute too.
I was like, oh, she's having a good. She wants to be here.
Yeah. She doesn't fucking want to be there, Scout.
Whatever. She was fooling me then.
So we went to the private room, like the champagne room, just her and I, and
so fucking weird.
The dancer.
So fucking weird.
And it was dark, and it was a little circle, and
we were this close.
Yeah.
With, like, with this girl ass cheeks, fully fucking naked, in our faces. I was like, what is happening?
I was just watching.
I haven't even done this with Tom. I haven't even done this with my fiance. Now I'm doing it with you.
And then afterwards, she says to me, she goes, you make eye contact.
Oh, she's scared.
She's like, you're fucking staring in her eyes. That's weird.
I was watching her.
I was like, I'm trying not to look at her tits.
I was looking at her tits.
I was like, look at her eyes, look at her eyes, look at her eyes. It was, I've been taught, like,
then I asked David, I was
eyes.
like, hey, so does your wife like stare at you in the
Yeah.
eyeballs when you guys have sex?
Yeah, either there or there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I get the penis.
Well, I like to
just
watch
get
that, but I
the
stare.
eyeballs?
Yeah.
But you were like intense, man. You were like.
I was trying not to look at her vagina.
She was like, okay, cool.
She's like, another dance. Shut up. Not true. Let's do it. So you guys have been writing in all week asking us love and sex questions. So Scout's very good friend, I just met tonight, and I'm very happy to have met.
Oh, guys, we are so excited. We are going to get Mr. Jack Osborne on the stage. Jack is like, why the fuck did I agree?
We got all the sex talk over, so we're good. We're good. We're good
I
now.
mean, some of it. I don't think his is on. Oh, this one? Oh, we gotta turn it up. So sorry, everybody. Everybody, we are doing this live. Number three.
Number
3.
1, 2, 3.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Howdy.
You just started your podcast again.
I did, yeah.
How's that going?
It's good. Yeah, it's really good. It's kind of like family therapy in a weird way.
What's your podcast about?
So I have the family one, so the whole 4 of us. We just sit around, just talk a bunch of shit, and then I have my own one, which is called Ghosts and Grit, and so it's little spooky stuff, and then just kind of getting into, what people's grit is and where it comes from.
Amazing. Where did the whole ghost thing come from? Have you just been always fascinated?
Yeah, I was like an X-Files nerd growing up. So
Okay.
I loved that show, and I kind of, as a kid, I would read a bunch of UFO and ghost books, and it was just a little hobby.
What's the craziest thing you've seen so far during the show?
Man, I mean, I've seen doors fly open in front of me.
Wow.
I've seen objects move off tables. I've seen like shadows walking down hallways.
Have you ever lived in a house that's been haunted?
I had weird things happen at the house I grew up in England. So we'd hear people like walking down the hallway and things like that. It was an old house.
Are you worried someone's going to follow you home?
I've definitely had things at home. Yeah.
Man, no
Yeah.
way.
Actually, a couple months ago, I was in a rental house in between while I was waiting for my house to find a house, really. And I was falling asleep on the couch, and as I was dozing, the way that the living room was, if I was watching the TV, like down the hallway, I could see the door to my kids' room. And it was probably at midnight. My wife had gone to bed, and she was like, "Come on, like let's go, get off the couch." And I was just kind of slowly getting up, and I opened my eyes, and I see that my kid's door just slowly open.
No windows open.
And I was expecting to see one of them come out, and so I was like, I called one of the names. I was like, "Hey, Andy, Minnie, is that you?" Nothing, and then I was like, "Oh hell no!" And I just got up, I went in their room, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't care who you are, get the fuck out of here."
Did you move? I would have
We weren't in the house much longer after, but yeah, that freaked me out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, that's my whole thing. It's like, I don't want anything to happen to my kids.
It won't.
Like,
You
when
have to
something that...
do something.
Well, you have to have a kid first.
Yeah.
You're already freaking out. You're like, oh, and then ghosts are gonna get my
Maybe
kids.
I'm just trying to talk myself out of having a child. I'm like, I can't. There's ghosts.
Yeah, like...
I can't have them. That's crazy. So what's like the first thing that ever happened to you? Like,
Oh man,
remember?
I think the first thing I remember, my sister and I were home alone, and my mom had, Kelly and I were homesick, and my mom had taken my eldest sister to school, and so it was like maybe 8 in the morning, and we heard someone walking down the hallway in our house, coming closer and closer, and we were like, oh my god, someone's in the house. So we like locked the door, the room me and my sister were in, and we called my mom, and we were like, hey, someone's in the house, and it was getting that close. I remember opening up my parents' bedroom window because we were in their bed, and we nearly jumped out the window because I thought there was someone robbing the house.
Jeez.
And then no one there, nothing.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Can you feel it when you walk into a place, whether or not you're going to get something or...
Sometimes I'm not like Mr. There's a small child in the corner. His name's Charles. He's very sad. Very sad.
That's Chip Coffee.
Yeah, that's Chip Coffee. Yeah, that's what
exactly.
Chip does.
Yeah.
It's a demon. I love her. She's the best. No, I'm not. I'm kind of like, yeah. I mean, occasionally, you'll be in a place and you'll be like, oh, fuck that. Like, this place is.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right.
Okay, so these are some fan questions that we got submitted.
Oh boy.
So this is about sex.
Okay.
Does practice make perfect, or at least improve things?
I would say, well, I think in a relationship, it can absolutely improve things as you learn to kind of, you know, you dive down that goes beyond just sex and becomes intimacy. I think that's where things.
How many years do you think it takes to really have intimacy in a relationship?
I think it's different. But I think it's a constantly evolving thing. Like I recently got married, and thank you. And I feel like that was like an evolution of intimacy. Like it just was like, oh, like it does feel different. I've been married before, and this feels very different than that. Like it was weird. You know, it's like a strange, like, I don't know.
I didn't know that I could feel this way.
Yeah, like it kind of just like upped it. So it was kind of cool.
I love that for you.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's special.
Yeah.
So how to love yourself, and if you have any advice?
Man, that's a tough one.
That's a deep one.
Yeah, I think
it's different for everybody, right?
Yeah.
I think you take time for yourself. People don't take time for themselves.
I think hobbies.
Hobbies,
because that's how you get joy, like, for yourself with no one else.
Right.
Or, you know, even if it's like team sport, whatever.
People work, and then they wait until they're retired to do the things they love to do, and then they're too old to do the things that they fucking want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sober a long time, and, you know, in the program that I'm in, you know, I sponsor other men, and I tell them, I'm like, listen, like, life can't just be, you know, sobriety, work, like, that's it. Like, you have to have a hobby. Like, you have to find joy, you know, that doesn't involve money or, you know, responsibility, just to, like, go build fucking Lego or, do something.
Congratulations on being sober.
Thank you.
How long have you been sober?
So long, 20 years.
Speaking of, you actually have this.
So let's have a beer.
You made a post actually. So both Scout and I were in SLAA, so we both done 12-step program.
Okay.
And I came across your post scrolling through. You were on TV last night, like back to back. So I was watching you, and then I was like, let me look at his Instagram.
Like, great.
No, I fell asleep too last night. It was very comforting. But you made a really beautiful post about your sobriety, and I wanted to read it. Speaking of, since you brought it up, I wasn't going to bring it up, but you brought it up, so I wanted to just read it. This is, I don't know what the date is, I didn't screenshot that, but so he says 20 years. I can't really believe it to be honest. I can remember being a newcomer and thinking about how old I would be at 20 years sober and what it would be like. I can say it's nothing like what I imagined. 5, 10, or 15 years felt like such impossibility when I was new, but it didn't just happen. It came from hard work and a desire to never go back to the place that I was in. Don't get me wrong, my road hasn't been void of struggle. I've never wanted it to be. In fact, I found the struggle has yielded the most rewarding moments in my recovery, but it's been tough. But I walked through it using the tools I was taught as a young man in recovery. The things I've seen and done over the last 20 years are tales of fantasy and adventure novels. I've traveled the world for 6 years and met some of the most interesting people alive, climbed my ass off, made the best friends I could ever ask for, started companies, lost companies, made tons of TV shows, had tons of TV shows canceled, flown in private planes, flown in planes that should have not been allowed to fly. I've been at the highest levels of societal success. I've been at the lowest place a man can find himself. I've helped in disaster zones. I've been a disaster. I became a cop and an EMT. I've had to call the cops and EMTs. I've seen 4 beautiful girls born into this mad world. I've been divorced. I found the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. The point I'm trying to make with all of this is that I've had an absolute adventure. Jordan Peterson said it best. In life, we are not guaranteed happiness. We are guaranteed an adventure. That has been my journey. I know in my heart and soul that the life that I have lived is a complete byproduct of working the 12 steps, surrounding myself with like-minded, sober people, and being of service where I can. I know that I can never stop trying to improve and get better. For people who are new, just trust me and give this your all. It leads to so many wonderful things, but also teaches you how to deal when it isn't wonderful. Thank you to my sober brothers and sisters. Thank you to my family. Thank you, Ari. Thank you to my girls, and thank you to my friends. You know who you are.
Oh,
That was really beautiful.
So what's some stuff that you learned from the show?
Man,
What was the hardest thing?
The hardest thing is they don't tell you a schedule. It's closer, I think, to being in prison than it is to actually being in the special forces, because they give you like 2 pairs of pants, 3 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of underwear, 1 shirt, like 1 jacket, like and then you are in this compound, and they don't give you any information about what time you have to wake up, what time lunch is, what the schedule is, nothing. You're at the behest of, they call them the DS, they're like the drill sergeants.
Yeah.
And these guys are fucking scary and mean, and they just yell at you all day long, and just like, it's awesome, but it gets to you. It really, like
That's
that.
the whole point, right?
Yeah, you're in your head.
Which person did you get closest with, and who were you surprised by?
So I got pretty close to Nick Bile from Bachelor, JoJo Siwa.
She's fucking
She's
unbelievable.
fucking badass,
Beast.
man. She's so
She's
great.
a phenomenal young woman.
Yeah.
Like, man, she's awesome. Kelly Rizzo and I got really close. Bodie Miller is a phenomenal human being.
Have you guys all watched the show?
Bodie's like a 7-time Olympian, skier. But it was great. Tyler Cameron, he's awesome.
What was the pitch that they gave you?
Well, I knew about the show. Because it's been out in England for like 10 years. So I knew about it, and I was always like, man, if that ever comes here, I want to do it. And the phone rang. I'm like, yep, let's go.
Oh my god!
I saw a show when I on TV when I was there a couple months ago, last year this time, where you pick someone based. You start with their
Dating naked.
Dating naked.
Oh, wait, is it Naked Attraction?
Naked Attraction.
That's the most. It's
Attraction.
coming here.
What?
They're doing the American version. Yes.
No.
It's the most fucked up. Me and my wife. It's so good.
It's crazy.
Best show ever.
Wait, what? You just
Okay,
naked?
explain it.
Okay, so they have the person where it's like, this is Travis. He works as a tiler in a house, and da 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 da. And he's a whatever. He comes out and he's naked. And
his face, you start like...
No, the main guy comes out naked,
Right,
and so he stood there naked talking to the presenter, and they're like, so what kind of woman do you like, or what person do you like? And they have everyone of all shapes and sizes, all variety, spice of life. It is not, they do not operate in the binary, if you will, so it's everything's on the table. And
so it's like, do you like, so if someone has like lots of pubic hair, they're like, do you like pubic hair, or do you like it more
It starts with the ankle, so this curtain.
Was amazing.
Awesome. Totally awesome.
Hello, my name is Zoe. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much and have a great day.